many innocent lives did you consume?
I don't know. How many loaves of bread have you eaten in your lifetime?
Okay, but like, what does Dio mean by this exactly? How many people has Dio actually killed? Before we start analyzing this quote, let's first count the kills of Dio that we actually know. Now, when I say how many people Dio has killed, I mean directly, because indirectly, that would take, a long ass time to count, and I'm lazy as hell right now. I don't feel like doing that shit. But anyways, let's start at the beginning. Dio's first kill in the show is of his father, Dario Brando. He kills him by poisoning. Later we see Dio kill Danny the dog by placing Danny in an incinerator and locking him inside. About 9 years later, Dio kills 2 old men while he's drunk. He places the mask on one of the old men and slashes the other's throat to vampirify the one wearing the mask. Now, something important to note is that when someone becomes a vampire in JoJo's, they essentially die, so Dio kills the old man by vampirifying him. Now, using that logic, Dio essentially kills himself by putting on the stone mask in order to become a vampire. And to trigger it, he stabs George Joestar. Once Dio unlocks his powers as a vampire, he quickly kills 4 policemen and the police inspector. Okay, so far, we have a total of 11 confirmed kills, including Dio himself, because he technically killed himself when he put on the mask. Now after this, it gets a bit complicated, as Dio zombifies many people off screen. And I'm counting the zombies too that Dio made, because they're dead when Dio zombifies them. But first we know Dio turns Wang Chan into a zombie, then he turns Jack the Ripper into a zombie, and then from then on, Dio goes on a zombifying spree, turning 73 people into zombies from Win's Knight's lot. From now we can assume that all the zombies that appear on screen are from Win's Knight's lot, and the other zombies that are there could be simply those that were already dead and that Dio simply revived, so we don't need to count them individually on screen. From then on, we see Dio turn a mother into a zombie, and then later Dio kills a Chimera zombie. Even though the Chimera is a zombie, the kill still counts, since again, I am also counting zombie kills by Dio as well. Later at the final battle, Dio kills 2 zombies with his eye laser beams, and also kills Dyer by interrupting his Thundercross split attack.
A few moments later.
Yeah, but his killing spree doesn't end there. While on the cruise ship, Dio kills a priest, and then finally, Jonathan Joestar. Now, counting all the kills Dio made in part 1, beside the bread comet, Dio has killed 93 people in part 1. Now, on to part 3, we see 3 men haul Dio's coffin up on their ship. These 3 men die off screen by Dio. And also at the end of the first episode, we see a woman get killed by Dio on the stairs. Now, I'm sure Dio killed many other women, but there isn't an exact number I can give, since we don't really see any other women in Dio's harem being killed on screen, so we can only assume that Dio probably killed a lot more. Later, Dio kills the senator, and then he kills Kakyoin. And during his fight with Jotaro to heal, he kills a lady working at some sort of antique store. And then Dio kills Joseph, but not for long, since he later gets revived, and I still count that as a kill. Okay, so after that, Dio's killing spree finally comes to an end, and we end part 3 with 8 confirmed kills by Dio. And the number of women killed, which we don't know, but could assume that it's like probably up to double digits. Dio needed plenty of sustenance to heal his body, so he probably killed a lot more women in between part 1 and part 3. But I would say like no more than 30, probably, the amount of women he killed. But again, we don't know. So of all the kills we do know that Dio did, combining part 1 and part 3, we have a total of 101 confirmed kills. But, if we count the no more than 30, so then if we combine both of that, so we could say that no more than 131 kills that Dio had. Now finally, back to Dio's quote from earlier on how many people he killed based off of how much bread someone has eaten in their lifetime. Now first, I think Dio is obviously exaggerating by saying this, and just said that because he lost count on how many people he actually killed. So now, assuming how many people he killed based on that quote, we have to take into account that back in the Victorian era, they ate a shit ton of bread. Like, probably even more than we have eaten in the modern era. Like, yeah, they ate a lot of bread, man. But yeah, according to this website, it's estimated that an average Victorian family of 6 consumed 55 pounds of bread a week. So that means each person would probably consume about 9 pounds of bread each week. So, and give or take that each loaf of bread is 1 pound, that means 9 loaves of bread is what a single person ate on average in only 1 week. So they would eat 9 loaves of bread each week, about so. Dio has lived at this point for 20 years, so basically he has eaten about 9,392 loaves of bread. So if he's basing the question of how many people he's killed compared to how much bread he has eaten in his lifetime, he would have killed 9,392 people. So if he asked this question to Zappelli, so Zappelli would have eaten about 23,480 loaves of bread since Zappelli is 50 years old, meaning Dio has killed about 23,480 people. And when combining that with the kills of about 131 estimated kills, he has killed in total 23,611 people. And that's only based off of the question he asked. Also, there's a lot of estimating going on, so it's not the exact number. All in all, I actually believe Dio did not kill that many people when he was talking about, the bread quote. But, for shits and giggles, if we combine, his kills based on the bread quote, and then all the kills of, 101 that is confirmed, then basically, for shits and giggles, that's how many people he's killed.